UFOs and spy balloons have been in the news recently, but they could also impact the U.S. medical supply chain. GE Healthcare is taking on tech giants by creating its own artificial intelligence platform, and California reaches a $215 million settlement with Medicaid managed care operator Centene. These are the stories we'll be covering on This Week in Healthcare Tech. Hello and welcome to This Week in Healthcare Tech, where every week we bring you the hardest hitting news from the intersection of healthcare and technology. First up, you've probably heard the stories about unidentified flying objects appearing in the skies over the United States. Widely believed to be either weather balloons or Chinese spy balloons, on February 10th, the Biden administration shot one of these objects down off the coast of Alaska. Many analysts have opined that this is the harbinger of a new, less cooperative posture between the U.S. and China. But because the Eastern Power is such an important manufacturing base, this could have real consequences for the way in which American healthcare companies get supplies. According to data from the Food and Drug Administration, a full 13% of facilities that make pharmaceutical ingredients for use in the United States are located in China, and almost a third of all the world's antibiotics are made in China. Along with the recent COVID-19 pandemic, the spy balloon incident has prompted renewed calls for reshoring, nearshoring, and friendshoring, all terms which refer to locating the manufacture of critical supplies inside U.S. borders or with allied countries. Healthcare is but one of the impacted sectors. Policymakers are also looking at drafting legislation to move the manufacturing of other important products, such as semiconductors, out of China with the goal of putting the U.S. on a more robust economic foundation. Second, hospitals and healthcare providers have long sought to apply advanced AI to solving their problems. Whether it's filling empty beds or identifying patients who are especially susceptible to a particular complication, it has always been clear that with enough data and the right algorithms, patient experience could be dramatically improved. GE Healthcare Technologies is betting big on this thesis. The company, whose primary source of funds is the sale of medical equipment like MRIs, has brought former Amazon machine learning specialist Taha Kasthout on as the Chief Technology Officer. Even with this deep expertise at the helm, challenges remain. Gathering data that algorithms need to make accurate predictions is no mean feat, and neither is creating a software product that hospitals will actually want to use. What's more is that the market is highly competitive. Google, Microsoft, and Amazon are already making strides in aggregating patient data to help hospitals function more efficiently. It remains to be seen whether GE Healthcare will be able to succeed in this new endeavor, but we wish them the best of luck. Finally, there has been an ongoing legal battle between Centene, the biggest managed care operator for Medicaid in the U.S., and the state of California. Centene alleged that from 2017 to 2018, California was reporting higher costs for prescription drugs than they actually paid, without passing the savings on to Medicaid users in California. If true, this would be a major issue, as California boasts the biggest user base for Medicaid. Of the 14 million Californians using Medicaid, over 80% get their care through a managed care plan such as Centene's. The $215 million settlement is the biggest, but it's not the only one. Centene has reached similar settlements with Texas for $165.5 million, Ohio for $88.3 million, and Indiana for $66.5 million, along with 10 other states. Well, that's it for this episode, but tune in to This Week in Healthcare Tech next week for the latest news, and don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time.